Hey guys, so today on the Boom podcast, we are talking about the top 10 ways to become a top dog in your market. There might or might not be a bonus, so listen, enjoy, be a top agent.
Hey now, here we go. Oh boy. Oh, look at Terry's shot with the boom cat. What if each episode
This is the Boom Real Estate
thing
Podcast.
changes
The
camera?
podcast that shows you how to build an amazing business so you can build an amazing life. The Boom Real Estate Podcast starts now.
We talked about it.
I did. You were dancing.
Welcome back. Welcome back. What are you doing?
Todd's been seeing a chiropractor.
Oh, you
and
have?
He has morning exercises that
Have
he
you-
is
Have you been doing?
demonstrating.
Yeah. That kind of hurts my jaw to do that, though. Weirdly,
Do it at the waist next.
at the waist. Todd's doing his chiropractic moves
He's
right
all
now
in.
for you on YouTube. Is it helping? Is it helping?
If I do it every morning, I'm yelling, even though you can hear me. I'm yelling
Yes.
so the audience can hear me.
Right. Here, let's get into a chiropractic thing here. My mom swears by her chiropractor. She loves
Okay.
him. And like I agree. Like whatever he's doing has helped her with a lot of pain issues. Right.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, I feel like I'm not so sure. I say I'm not so sure that this cracking of the spine and neck is actually good for you. Like ultimately, like
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a day where mom all of a sudden can't get out of bed at all. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
her neck falls off or something. I don't know. It
Here's where
seems
I'm
really bad. It seems really bad. So, and then the third point is like, I'm not sure they're not just a bunch of quacks. Now, you chiropractors out there,
boy.
you chiropractors,
Now we
I
just-
know you love the Boom Real Estate
light 'em
podcast,
up.
you chiropractors, but I'm not so sure
The Boom
that that's
Chiropractic
legit.
Podcast.
I was
And some of them go by doctor. Is there a doctor of chiropractic?
Absolutely.
Are you sure?
There is. I think you have to do the same anatomy and like all those courses, but I don't know.
I
All right,
never
so let's
really
go thoughts.
truly
I don't know.
understood the
Around the
thing.
horn.
And I just started. I'll be very honest. I just started with this guy a couple weeks ago. He's in a networking group, my BNI group.
Yep.
And I
Todd's
was
a
like,
networker.
he's a good dude. And
Mm-hmm.
I said, all right, I need to know more about him. I need to know more about his business if I'm going to refer it. So I said I should go to him. Mm-hmm. So first thing I learned was it's not as expensive as I thought. Second thing is it's not as
Does
big of a
insurance
time
cover any of
commitment
that
as I
or
thought.
Some insurances
some
do,
can,
some
yeah.
do
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
Ours
Probably
do
our
not.
real estate
Ours do
insurance is
not.
not.
Yeah,
Ours
probably
does
not.
not.
Yeah. So, but he explained it to me, and the way he explained it, he uses X-rays and stuff. But basically, like, so he took X-rays of me, and then he like saw it, and he's like, all right, so let's look at these X-rays.
Yeah.
And it shows like, so look at your neck, like look at the spine. It's supposed to look like this, and this is how it looks. And so then we went through that, and he's like, so what we want to do is we want to correct these things to try to get it back to the way it's supposed to look.
Are you having pains and issues in the neck and back?
No,
and
my
whatever?
sciatic nerve was acting up. That's
Okay.
that's one of the main reasons. But then I found out that my kids changed the number on my bed.
Yes, the sleep number.
First world problems.
You know, were we talking about we were old the other day when your bed? Like I remember we could just sleep like anywhere,
Yeah.
and now it's like my
I should
bed's
get
at
a
the
buzzer
wrong
for
number.
that.
True.
That is the most first world problem I think I've ever said.
They changed the number on my
I
sleep
am
number bed.
miserable.
That's sad.
But it was funny because, like, literally,
Really
like,
sad.
I looked at it and I was like, oh, yeah, my number's off. And I switched it back. And sure enough, like, next day I
You
felt
feel
so
better.
much better. But anyway, so I went to him and he's explaining it to me. And I'm a science guy, so I really didn't believe in what they're talking about. But then he was like, but think about it. If your nerves and everything are transferring all the, all the juices, I don't even know how to say it. But he's like,
All their nerviness, all
like-
the nerve juice.
this is not how he explained it, but the way I'm thinking about it right now.
Todd, you are just really killing it for the
But you
chiropractor.
You really are a science guy.
I mean,
You really are.
let's say, and this
Nerves are
again,
nervily-
not how he
nerve juice.
explained it, but this makes sense. So, Dr. Nick, you might want to explain it this way. But you're driving from Indianapolis to Terre Haute, Indiana.
Yes.
And if there's road construction everywhere and you got to go around it and stuff, it's going to slow down your route, right?
Okay.
Well, same with your body. If you're all out of whack, then the nerve juice is going to take longer to get to
The
where it
nerve
needs to
juice
get.
can't get to Terre Haute in time.
Yeah. So we gotta straighten it up and figure it out so that everything's working like it's supposed to.
Sciencey, Todd.
You really are the science of the show.
How about that?
That was awesome.
I taught.
Amazing you still don't teach.
It's surprising you left your science teaching job in disgrace.
Hey kids, we're talking about nerve juice today, all right?
Good thing is that I was a science teacher too.
That's right. Okay, well, welcome to the show. That's Professor Todd Ferris, the science guy. His embarrassed wife Megan to my right. Producer Christian across the table. I'm Terry. We want to hear your science of questions and opinions. We're gonna do a science Q&A. You want to write them in at info@boom real estate podcast. I was just saying that's just even made me laugh too. And I'm like, send your science questions to info@boom real estate.
Todd at Boom Real Estate.
Podcast.com. Visit the YouTube for more science experiments and facts. Oh man, and
said the nerve juice can't get to Terre Haute.
that's true. It can't if there's road construction in your body. Okay, so we're talking about.
There was never a better endorsement for using a chiropractor.
I think you've changed all of our minds.
Now that you really have, you've learned your friend's business, and now you're going to be his best referral source ever. That's awesome. Christian, chiropractic,
Yeah,
chiropractor,
I've
you
been
fan?
using chiropractic for 20 years.
Big believer in it.
Well, for certain things.
Okay,
Yeah, like I have a very particular thing.
Okay.
With my lower back where it gets out a little bit, and she moves it back in. I'm good to go.
Okay. Well, I hope your back
Proof is in
doesn't
the
fall
pudding.
off your body one
Yep.
day. Megan, chiropractic medicine studies. Believer, not a believer.
I don't know if I believe, but I am very open to it, and I've done it a couple times with different chiropractors,
Yeah.
and I got way. Would you call that Eastern medicine at all or not? It's
say
more
it's
alternative,
Yeah,
right?
alternative medicine, yeah.
So I am definitely into alternative medicine in
Okay.
general. So I'm open to it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
okay.
freaks me out to hear that
And
sound
what
though.
I'd
I
say
don't
is you
know.
don't have to believe in it. Either works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff around it that I don't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily
Yeah.
go with, but it works for me. But it doesn't work for everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's
I'm not
that expensive.
I'm not a denier. I'm just a skeptic, I think. I'm like, I feel like maybe it can't be good for you. But what do I know? I will be the first to admit I don't know anything about science. Todd, I'm looking at you.
I know plenty, Terry.
I know you do. Okay, so today we're talking about the top 10 keys to being a top agent. So top 10 to being a top
Yes.
dog. So
yeah.
we're going to go through, and these are just like characteristic traits. They're just the things, when you study the top producers in our industry, the main men and women that are excelling in this career, you find similar traits, and we're going to blast through
Yeah, we're going fast.
what these 10 are, and we may even have a bonus at the end. Might be a little bonus. Okay, so, and you're going to kick us off, Todd. So number one. What's the number
Numero
one?
uno is the top producers. They are planners.
Okay.
They do a lot of planning.
Planning.
And in business, you do business planning.
Shocking still the number of people that don't do business planning.
Unbelievable. Get it out there. If you get we're just telling you right now. If you want to be a top producer,
Yes.
make a plan.
That's it.
That's it.
It's that simple.
What's the
We-
saying? Plan your work your plan.
Plan to fail,
Plan
fail
your
to
work.
plan. Fail.
Dang it, Todd.
On
Plan
the
your
arms of an angel.
work. Inspire.
I'm going to bring it back a little bit. So when we speak, we do a lot on our social media blueprint, which is basically kind of a plan for your social media. And
Yes.
Todd always covers this part, and he says, how many of you have a business plan? Assuming most of the room is going to be like, yeah. And then he's going to say, well, you need a social media plan too. But he asks the question, how many of you have a business plan? And it's like crickets on
Yeah.
real estate agents having a business plan. Running a business
It's
without
amazing.
a plan. It's terrible. It's like trying to get from Indianapolis to Terre Haute with no nerve juice. You're not going to get there.
not gonna happen.
You're not going to get there.
Nerve
So
juice is
plan.
blocked.
The nerve juice is blocked by road construction. All right, Megan, what's number two?
It's the best part of my day. Number 2 is consistency.
Yes.
Consistency. And you see that we lack that in general as a group of agents, of realtors.
Yes.
We're out there kind of willy-nilly. When it's hot, we're all about it. It's
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, William.
There you
William.
go.
William.
Get it.
Yeah, keep going before he gets
Okay,
here.
okay. All right.
Everybody
I'll
keep
just
running.
keep riding until. No, but when the market's hot, we're all about it. And we're so busy, and then it's cold, and we're like off just twiddling our thumbs and eating bonbons. But we are very inconsistent in general,
Yeah.
and we don't have the systems and we're not consistently working. We're not consistently working our plan. So be consistent. Whatever you do, even if it's a lower level, do it consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's good.
fine.
When we talk with agents that are struggling, it's usually because they have not been consistently doing
Yeah.
the activities to build their business. So
Yep.
huge. Okay, Todd, what's number 3?
This one's simple. Keep getting educated, folks.
Yes.
The top producers, they continue.
I'm glad that you're the one speaking on education,
Yes.
by the way,
Yes.
and the importance of it and all that. Go ahead.
But yes, the top producers, they all continue to educate themselves about the market, about everything that has to do with their job. And so some of it's as simple as just knowing your local market and like reading news and staying on top of new construction numbers, all those little things. But then there's also the bigger things like, do you read your Realtor magazine, your Realtor magazine? Do you listen to or watch Inman or read Inman articles? Are you going
podcast.
to CE events?
Yeah.
Not just because you need the CEs, but because you actually want to better your business. So keep getting educated.
Good call.
I love it. Okay, and Megan mentioned it, but you didn't like listening to our podcast.
Listening to our
Yes,
podcast.
that's definitely going to educate you.
All the top producers listen to our podcast. We
You
know
want to know
that
about
much.
chiropractic right here.
Yeah, that's it.
Tune in.
That's it. All right, so that's number 3 on our way to the top 10 key characteristics of being a top agent. Megan, number 4.
Next level service. If you look at the top agents in your local area, those people are doing things above and beyond. I guarantee it. Whatever it is, and they might have certain niches that they work in and certain things they do, but they are doing next level service.
Yeah.
And taking the next step, getting to the next level is what's going to make you that top agent. So,
Yeah, for sure.
next level.
Good stuff. I know, like when we go to conferences, you hear the big dogs on stage, and they always have these ways that they woo their clients
Yep.
or wow during the transaction, and you're like, man, yeah,
That's good.
That's why you're up there.
Yeah.
That's why you're the top dog. Okay,
Yep.
Todd,
Yep.
number
Yep.
5.
By the way, for those of you that, as the monitors change, I don't know which screen we're on the YouTube channel, but
On
if
the
you
live
are
feeds.
watching on the YouTube, the tube of you, you might see a 5th member.
Tubers.
The tubers
Oh, yeah,
out
call
there.
him out.
You might see a 5th member
Call him out.
walking around. That's Jordy Long.
There he is. What's up, Jordy?
Hi, Jordy. Say hi, Jordy. Hey. So Jordy is in. He is like, if you're a Gary V follower,
Yeah.
and he's got D Rock, we're
Yes.
hoping that Jordy can be J Rock or J something.
We're
he's
wooing
he's
him right
J
now.
Pebble right now. He
J
has to graduate.
Oh, no.
We're gonna get him there, but yes. So Jordy is in the house.
Yeah. Pumped to have him. We're gonna be you'll see him on the YouTube and on the Facebook Lives and all that stuff. It's a good time. It's a good time. Okay, Todd.
Yes, so
Number
we're
5.
back. Number 5 is branding. So those that, if you're with a brokerage, you obviously have to brand the brokerage. There's rules about that, but you should always be branding yourself as well. And the top producers, they have a brand. They have something. We have in Indianapolis, one of the top producing agents, her name is Biff Ward.
Yes.
All right, and every time, like the first time somebody sees a Biff sign, they're like, oh, who's that guy? And you're like,
Right.
actually, she
Yeah.
is one of our top producing agents. And I think just her name alone was very
Yeah.
helpful for her.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Then there's another guy named Matt McLaughlin that he's got this little sign that he puts on top of all of his writers, and he's very much said like that brand has helped me build my business.
Yeah.
And so there's little things like that. We've been working on our brand and the Boom brand and all that fun stuff.
Sure.
You have to build a brand. Make sure you do it within the rules of your MLS and
Yes.
and NAR and
Your
wherever
state
you're from.
board
Yeah, your
and all that.
association.
Stay compliant.
Yep, stay compliant,
Don't
but
want the legal department.
build.
No,
Yeah,
we
you
don't
don't want
need
them
that.
chasing you.
No.
But build your brand. Get it out there. Don't hide it. Don't be a secret agent.
I'm gonna recap the first 5, gang.
Oh,
Good idea.
Oh,
I feel like we're at a point where it's time to recap.
Yeah.
All right, so
Seems
the first 5 of the top 10 are planning, consistency,
Yep.
ongoing education,
Yup.
next level service,
Hashtag.
and branding. You guys ready to get in the back 9? That was a golf reference. No, we don't have 9 more. We have 5 more.
Do you know that I want to change the golf industry?
That sounds about right.
I think it should. I think they should change it to 14 holes.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you play a front 7 and a back 7.
Okay.
I think that will bring the youngins back out.
Yeah, enlarge the hole.
Well, they tried that. They had soccer for a while. Like
Yeah, like foot golf.
foot golf. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that
What?
made it more than a
Didn't
couple
catch,
years.
no.
Yeah. Like
Listen, I'm pretty hip, and I've never heard of that.
they
I'm not
put a
hip.
huge hole on the green.
Really big, yeah.
And then you just kick the ball
Kick the ball
instead of,
instead?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Was it comparable scores, or is it like I'm sure it would take a
So
lot
it's
more because
soccer.
you can hammer
It's a
golf
soccer.
We
Yeah.
have come to the end of my foot golf knowledge.
That's
Looking
that
for more,
I,
there's none here.
that idea sounds like Mrs. Wagoner, who says baseball 3 innings. No need for more than 3 innings.
Second inning stretch.
That's right. And if the home team's up in the bottom of the 3rd, they don't need to bat. It's over.
Yeah.
All right, so we had our first 5, and let's get into the second 5. Top 10 to being a top agent. Megan, what's number 6?
Ooh, relevancy.
Ooh, that's a big word.
Just kind of
wow.
a fun word in
I'm
general.
enjoying it.
Relevant.
Made me
Yep.
mad.
Oh, I
that
got
word-
mad at it.
That word makes you angry. It stirs anger in your inner cockles. Okay, so relevancy. You just have to stay relevant in your market. It's super important. With your client base, you have to stay relevant to them. Whoever your target market is, be relevant to them. It always cracks me up, and we've laughed about this before. When you see people's branding and their pictures and stuff, and it's a picture when they were like 20 years old and they're now 70.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I just got one of those the other day. It was awesome.
You're like, or if you're just so out of touch with what's going on in the market today, and your branding mirrors that, or what you're saying, or what you're wearing, like try to stay relevant to where you are and your market, so that you
I've
can
seen,
keep up with the times.
Yeah.
I've seen on social media, there's some people around Indianapolis that I follow that are doing a good job on social
Yeah.
media. And I've seen more and more of them coming out, and which tells me that more and more of them are hiring somebody to just do their social
Yeah.
media marketing for them. And I was thinking, like, that's great that they're doing that. And then I was thinking, no, that's the thing you have to do now. If
Yeah.
you want to be relevant, you got to be on social media.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you're
for
not,
sure.
then you're
That's
not
good.
relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True
Cost
that.
of entry. Okay, so that was relevancy. Todd, what's number 7?
All right, so this one I'm going to rant a
Are you
little
gonna
bit.
go?
Yep.
Are you?
Not. I mean, as
Do we
as
need to,
much
like-
as I can rant.
Do we
on
need to
something like
fire
this.
up some like death metal music?
Do we
and
have a
kinda get
rant
mad?
sounder? Do we have a rant?
Oh yeah, we'll do it live.
That's kind of a rant. He had his own rant. So number 7 is hard work. So this one, Terry and I had a conversation the other day, and I was just, I was taken back. And I used to be a manager, and we've got a large team, and we work with agents we do a lot of training for our brokerage as agents come in. And so I talk to a lot of these agents after the fact. And I'm always amazed at how like they're upset that they don't have more business, or they're frustrated that they don't have more business.
Yeah.
And then we dive into what they do on their daily regiment, and it's like they're cleaning their house, they're hanging out with friends sometimes is a good thing for socializing, but they're just not working very hard. They're not putting in the hours. They're not like spending their time on their business, and they're just kind of assuming it'll come. And I know that we talk about that a lot. You can't just assume that's going to come to you, but like what made me mad and what made me get into the rant mode was just looking at how hard I've worked to get to where I am,
Yeah.
and how hard I've seen everybody that is successful work to get to where they are, and then to have the other people come in and they're upset that they don't have the business, and they're not working like half as hard as
Right.
they should be to get there,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
especially as a new agent. And so I need, like, if I can't say it enough, if you want to be successful in this business, you got to work your tail off. You got to get going. You got to get out there. You got to, first year, you need to put 60 hours in. If you want to
Right.
get paid a full-time salary, you got to do more than full-time hours your first year. Second year, same thing. Maybe in your third year and ongoing, you can scale it back to about 40 hours a week and work normal hours.
Yeah.
But until that point, you have to work hard, and people don't understand what work hard is.
Right.
They don't understand, that sounded weird, what hard work is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And I just think that people take it too lightly in this industry, and that's why we have 80% of the people that
fall.
don't make it 2 years.
Do
They don't
you
even
think
understand what
it's
nerve juice is.
Seriously.
elementary?
I got my nerve juice
People are so
firing.
dumb.
Man.
Amazing. Do you think it is lack of is it an entitlement thing? Do you think it's a not knowing how to work, or having that work, not having a work ethic, entitlement, or do you think it's just like lack of knowledge on what to do or how to work a business strategically in that time you're spending? What do you think it is?
I think it may be, I mean, I'm sure it's a combination of multiple factors, but I think one of the biggest things is the people that are looking to get into this industry, they're looking at it as like, ooh, I've got flexibility of my time,
Yeah.
and I've got flexibility of income and all this stuff. And so like that mindset, like that person typically is looking for freedom because they don't want to work.
Okay.
You know, like they like the idea of this job because they can choose when to work, which
Yeah.
means they don't have to work
And
very
they might not
often.
choose
So I
work,
think
yeah.
that the typical person that might be getting into it are getting into it for the wrong reasons because that's their natural inclination
Yeah.
is to find the easier route.
Okay.
And like the top producers aren't looking in at like this is something I just want to get into because I want freedom of time, or I mean part of it is that, but I think the top producers are getting into it because they realize the income potential and what they
If they
can
work
do
hard.
for a lifestyle
Yeah.
if they work hard.
Don't you think the challenge is you don't have to do anything right now?
Yes. Yeah.
If
You don't
work
have
at
somebody
Starbucks,
telling you.
Somebody walks in, you have to make a drink,
Yeah.
right? But there's nothing in front of you this minute.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
all
It's all like, yeah, you got to
That's
go
a
grab
good-
it.
that's a great-
Instead of somebody telling you got to do it right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a big difference. So so that's what I got. That's the one that like sorry for the rant there, but like
No, it's good.
literally if you want to be
It's good old
successful,
hard
just start
work.
working harder.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Hate America.
angry Todd.
The angry Todd made a drop there. That was really funny. Oh, good times. Okay, Megan, we're on number 8. Number 8.
Ooh, this one's fun. It's just really light coming off of Todd's no.
I would say Todd exhibited characteristic 8 while he was talking about characteristic
Good
number 7,
point.
wasn't it? Didn't he?
Yes.
Let's
and
hear it.
Number 8 is boldness.
Yes, you were bold just now,
You
Todd.
were bold. Step up, step out, be bold, and don't be afraid to do it. Like get out there and do something different and crazy and fun.
I
And
mean, look
be
at
bold
Todd.
with
He's
it.
having
Be
a
bold
rough
with your business.
podcast. He's hanging in there.
Right? He's still smiling.
He's still smiling.
Keep smiling.
Oh.
Oh, so awesome. But yeah, be bold. I mean, literally, that it's as simple as that. Take a risk, do something bold, and get out there and do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Do
Do
it.
it.
All
That's
right.
all I got.
Which one was that
Be
one?
bold.
That was number 8. Number 8. We're on number 9 now, Todd. What's number 9? Let's shift gears a little bit.
Along with being bold, you need to be kind.
Oh.
Yeah, kindness.
sweet.
Yeah, honestly, like we've worked with enough agents. There are certain agents that maybe we would deem not kind that have been able to be what we consider a top producer. But I'd say the heavier portion of the top producing agents, they're kind. They've been able to work their way to the top by being nice to people and not by
Yeah,
being
building
super
it.
bold all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I excuse me.
Nerve juice.
Nerve juice. But yeah, I just simply be kind.
Yeah.
Treat everybody, clients, agents, be kind to them, and it will come back to you, and you'll enjoy the job more.
Amen.
All right, last one, Megan, unless we have a bonus.
I don't know. I doubt it.
What are
I-
the chances?
I don't see that
doubt
happening.
it.
You know what'd be awesome is if we teased a bonus and then there was no bonus. We're like, oh, we checked, there is no bonus. Okay.
We always add a bonus. What if we like drop we're like top 5 things to do,
And we only do
just
4. It's an unbonus.
Yeah, bonus.
All right.
We subtracted one as a bonus,
Yes,
so
that's
you
right.
don't have to
As
listen
a bonus,
to
the
us as long.
podcast is over early.
It's like when school gets out 5
Yep.
minutes early, you're like,
Yes. All right, Megan, number
that's
10.
awesome.
What you got?
savviness.
Oh.
Savviness.
Yeah.
I feel like that's super important with the temperature of the market and just the business world right now. You have to be savvy. We touched on it a little bit about you have to be in social media. You have to be on the cutting edge of things with all the stuff you do with your marketing, with your social media plan, your branding, everything you're doing. You have to be super smart and savvy. And then on the business side, when you're in your transactions and you're working with clients, you also have to be savvy. You need to know the market. You need to know the best way to do an escalation clause for your buyers right now. You need to know the best way to do your contracts. Anything and everything you can do, you need to be business savvy with it right now. You need to be on top of it. And that
Well, and it-
makes a huge difference.
If and when the turn comes for real estate and our economy, and let's say we start going the other way with a good market down to
Yeah.
a bad market, are you going to be savvy enough to figure out how to maintain a business?
Right. Yep.
Are you going to be able to figure out which way the ocean juices are flowing?
Nope.
That was like a
think
current
that's-
reference. No.
Just a current.
So, but you got to be savvy to follow it. You got to figure out which way the industry's going, and then you got to adapt and change.
Yeah, and be doing that now. So when that comes, you're there already, which is good.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of that comes with education
Doesn't it? Doesn't
and
it?
being bold
Oh, see how they reinforce each other?
and having
See
a
that?
brand.
Nope, not that part. Okay, so guess what?
What?
There is a bonus. There is a bonus. Yes, I know.
I was
It's
nervous.
shocking. Okay, so who's gonna tell us what the bonus is?
It's a hot tip.
Oh, it's a lot of.
Do you want to say it at the same time?
Let's do it.
1, 2.
Discipline.
You are a stinky
All right,
stinker.
Megan, what's number 11?
It is Discipline.
Oh, nice.
Thank
Tell
you.
us about
Thank
that
you.
just by yourself without any help from anybody else.
Any dirty, filthy.
Yes.
Well, discipline does go along with the hard work Todd talked about earlier, but having the discipline to wake up every day and work your plan and be consistent and make that. So it's a decision. All day long, you're making a decision. Am I gonna, make that phone call, or am I gonna go watch Netflix? Am I going to, write up that inspection response, or am I gonna procrastinate on Amazon.com? Like every day, you're making these decisions, and if you have the discipline to make the right decision all the time, you will find in a day, in a week, in a month, you're gonna be so much farther along than you would have been. And I like right now, I feel like all of us are very successful at sitting at this table of our business because we make those decisions. When we don't want to do it, we do it anyway. Like right now, I'm super frustrated that I'm not super in my body fit fighting shape, because in that realm, I'm not making the right decisions. I'm eating that cheeseburger. I love those tacos, but
love
I need
tacos.
to make
Tacos are really good.
I mean,
great.
really? How can you
Tacos
say
are
no
good,
to a
though.
taco?
Yeah, we like tacos.
And then if you have a taco, you need a Corona. And then you have a Corona, you need another one. I mean, it's just
Not
this.
Corona.
It's like a.
Modelo.
It's just this. It's just this big, long, if you give a mouse a cookie. But really and
Like the
truly,
face when you do Modelo.
Modelo.
discipline. No more Modelos.
There it is. There it is. That's our top 10 to being a top agent.
Yes.
They are planning, consistency, ongoing education, next level service, branding, relevancy, hard work, boldness, kindness, savviness, and the bonus, discipline, everybody. Boom. We want to hear from you. Email info@boomrealestatepodcast.com. Check us out on YouTube. You can see Jordy and the whole crew. And also, I was gonna mention this at the top of the show, but I didn't. The 7.5 ways to wow your clients.
Yes.
BoomNinjaWow.com. That's for free.
yes.
That's for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That should be a number 12. Double bonus.
Yes, double bonus
Is
today.
BoomNinjaWow.com. All right, we'll see you next time on the Boom Real Estate Podcast.
Goodbye.
Woo!